Welcome to Ancient Tales by KANA channel, where we keep tales alive and forever.
Episode 27 The Emerald Necklace, the Royal Heritage which needed to be sold by Her Majesty the Queen Rambai Barni, Queen Rama VII. I have to accept the fact that Her Majesty the Queen Rambai Barni and Her Royal Highness Princess Appa Barni, the mother of the Queen, they both are deserved to be honored because of their courage and bravery. We are well aware that if we go back home right now, we could be murdered at any time. They prefer to be here rather than losing their royal dignity like that, which I couldn't agree more. These statements had been made in the personal letter of His Majesty the King พระปกเกล้าเจ้าอยู่หัว King Rama VII to His Royal Highness Prince Julajakkapong, his nephew, explaining about the decisions had to be made by Her Majesty the Queen Rambai Barni, Queen Rama VII. After 1932, a lot of royal family members had to flee to other countries for their own safety, including King and Queen Rama VII, King พระปกเกล้าเจ้าอยู่หัว and Queen Rambai Barni. They had moved to England since then, after the country regime had been changed in 1932. How her mental state was so strong and determined. Until May 1941, the king passed away, and of course due to the situation at that time, everything was down and uncomfortable. For inappropriate reasons, the corpse of the King Rama VII had to be cremated in England. Later on, when World War II had ended, Her Majesty the Queen Rambai Barni decided to go back to Thailand. She made a big decision to sell the emerald necklace, one of the very precious royal heritages from the Queen Mother Sawapha Phongsi had given her as a royal wife for her son. She had to do it for the sake of dignity, that she would never let anyone pity her under these tough circumstances. The value of the emerald necklace definitely helped her with lots of expenses to bear, especially to bring King Rama VII's royal ashes back to the country. Obviously, it was the best solution to solve all issues she had at that time. In addition, there were also statements regarding this incident in Hello magazine, stating that the main purposes to sell the emerald necklace were meant not only to bring King Rama VII's ashes back home, but also to join the coronation event of the new king on the throne, King Rama VIII as well. It was a hard decision for Her Majesty the Queen Rambai Barni to make, since the emerald necklace was not just an ordinary jewelry, but it was the pride, the valuable assets which the Royal Grace had been given to her by the Queen Mother Sawapha Phongsi herself. It was the most precious one she had. It was absolutely the difficulty she had to go through. It took a lot of courage, consciousness, and patience until everything was getting better at the end before she was invited to come back home. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the story of one of the greatest queen of Thailand, Colonial Lady Her Majesty the Queen Rambai Barni. Her former name and title was หม่อมเจ้า Rambai Barni or Her Serene Highness Rambai Barni. She was born on the 20th of December 1904 and passed away on the 22nd of May 1984. She was one and only love of King Rama VII and also considered as the first queen of the traditional European style under the democracy regime in Thailand. She was with the king since the beginning, had been through good and bad times with her husband, flee together to England, lived with him until his death, even brought back her husband's ashes home by herself along the way alone in 1949. If you ever want to think of the super strong woman, you are at the moment listening to her tale right now. More or less, we hope you find this episode inspiring and grateful for what our ancestors had led us the way to survive with pride.
Thank you once again for watching Ancient Tales by KANA, where we keep tales alive and forever. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. We look forward to seeing you all again. Bye for now and have a good day.